you the kitchen. It's
Please.
right back here.
Also kind of a small space, right?
Right, you know, we've got a small kitchen and not a lot of light in here.
Yeah.
2 overhead fixtures, but this one, the switch is right here.
Oh, come on. Are you telling me we've got 2 lights that close to each other and our 2 different switches?
Right, the switch for that light is actually around the corner out in the dining room.
Well, that's not helpful. Let's leave them both on and see how we're doing. Yeah, I can see the problem. I mean, it's still dark.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if I'm here at the counter trying to chop vegetables, trying to put a meal together, can't really see what I'm doing. It's not a great situation.
No task lighting. So, Vinny, what are you thinking?
Oh, what I'd like to do, I'd like to remove these fluorescents. These typical fixtures leave the light up at the ceiling. This is a perfect case where we can put down lighting to get the light down to the floor.
So, recessed?
Recessed, we call them R40 lamps. We're going to put fluorescent bulbs up here.
Nice.
Give it a nice look.
And can you put 2 of them on one switch for us?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right.
I'd also love to put above cabinet lighting.
Oh.
We have a lot of space on top of the cabinet, which will give us a nice glow of light up at the ceiling. I'd like to install fluorescent lights under the cabinet to provide task lighting.
I like it. Ellie, what do you think?
That sounds great to me.
All right, we're in business. Let's get to work.
Let's go. First step is to turn off the power, disconnect the fixtures, and remove the metal boxes from the ceiling.
How's it looking, Vinny?
Very good, very good. Even though we have a high ceiling, we still have a drop ceiling above it to accommodate this sprinkler pipe that was installed.
Okay.
Which gives us really very little obstructions above.
Nice.
My only obstruction I have this bar that used to hold up the existing junction box.
That's still in there.
It's still up in the ceiling.
All right, so what do you do about it?
In order to get this out, I have to make a cut through it, and then I'm going to bend it out of the way.
All right, cut away.
Okay, now that we have the bar cut, we need to make the hole larger to accommodate the new light. Kev, can you hand me that template, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
And pencil.
Draw the template. Okay, we'll take that. Okay, great. That's one. Now we'll cut the other hole. All right, these are the recessed lights we're going to be using. They're made for remodeling. We're going to take these, slide these into the hole that we've cut, like so. And then what we're going to do is push the pressure clips out, and they'll hold it tight to the ceiling. I've installed the cable between the first recessed light and the second recessed light. This way we tie them into the same switch, so when one switch goes on, both lights will go on.
Nice.
I'll use my wire nuts, we'll make the final connections, and we'll push the can up in the ceiling. I'll push the pressure clips up to hold the can in place, and then I'll use a screwdriver to tighten them. Okay, let's get started on the cabinet lights. Ellie, let me show you what we have. This is your existing switch. We're now going to be using this switch to control your under and over cabinet lighting. In order for me to do that, I must get a cable from this box to on top of the cabinets. But after probing with the snake, I'm finding that we have a metal stud located somewhere in this vicinity. It looks similar to this that's inside the wall, and I can't pass it. So what I'm going to need to do is either I make a hole in this location here, or I can make the hole up near the crown molding. I think it's much better up at the crown molding.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's together. So Vinny, let me see if I've got this right. We have got power coming from this switch.
Correct.
Running up the wall, through this stud right here and then out the wall again, and then that taps into a new box right here so that we've got power on top. And then we've tapped into that, and we've got a second wire running down between the wall and the end of this cabinet to a second box down here so that we have got power beneath the cabinets.
Exactly, you got it, Kevin. Ellie, these are the fluorescent fixtures that we'd like to use. They're thin line. We're going to use these below and above the cabinets. If I place them to the back of the cabinet, I think you're going to see the bulb because it sticks down. If I place them to the front of the cabinet, it's still going to stick down slightly. So what I'd like to do is turn the fixture so it faces the back. Now you don't see it.
All right, that looks great.
These clips mount to the front side of the cabinet and hold the fixtures in place. These fixtures connect to each other with an interconnect cable. Very simple. Push the wire in. And what we're going to do is we're going to mount it to the front. The only problem we have is that we have a rib in the middle of the cabinet, and it's going to cause you to see the cord. So what I'd like to do is take an oscillating saw and just cut away a little of the front edge so that we can hide the cord. It'll make a nice, neat job.
All right,
Here you go.
plug this into power and into the clip. All right, everything is wired. Power's back on. Let me turn on the recessed lights.
wow.
Wow. And
That looks
Ellie,
great.
why don't you do the honors with the
Okay.
cabinet lights? Hey.
Oh, that is a huge improvement.
It looks great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Benny, you did it again,
Been
huh?
a pleasure. Anytime you're in Brooklyn, please call.